Hello, this is Dr. E, aka the Detox Doc, and this is just the second video on the series that we're doing regarding how to boost your energy. And today I want to talk about how to eat differently so that you can notice an increase in your energy. They're very, very simple things that you can do. Um, you may know that I don't promote dieting. Diets don't seem to work. A lot of times, crash diets can be actually more harmful to you. Most people, of course, will diet to lose weight, but also, to increase their energy and things along those lines. But that's not the best way to do it. So, today I'm just going to go over some information that is included in the purification programs that I do with some of my patients, and just ask you or get you to ask yourself some basic questions, and then I'm going to give you some tips on how to eat a little bit better and a couple things to change throughout your day so that you can notice some changes in your energy. So the main thing that you have to take note of are how many toxins are around you. There are external toxins, which are noted here. You've got air pollution, of course, we will never escape that. Things like caffeine, cigarette smoke, cosmetics, meaning perfumes, makeup, different lotions, deodorants. A lot of those have chemicals or ingredients that are very harmful to the human system. People who are on a lot of medication, you work around or use pesticides and herbicides around the home, cleaning products, detergents, the list goes on and on. And so those are some of the external toxins that you should be aware of, because you need to also include the chemicals that are in food when you are around those toxins. So a way that you can determine what is called a toxic load on your body is just by asking yourself a few of these questions. Do you eat processed foods like cookies, cakes, donuts, um, different types of breads, and just a lot of foods that are processed and have preservatives and additives in them, that are there and designed to have a long shelf life? Do you consume a lot of those foods? Most of them taste good and basically would fall under the junk food category. So, if you eat a lot of those, then you are increasing your toxic load. Do you eat non-organic fruits and vegetables? Non-organic meaning that they have been sprayed with some type of bactericide or a pesticide. If we're talking about meat or poultry, they have been injected with hormones and are given antibiotics so that the animals don't get sick, and so they can affect your toxic load as well. Do you use artificial sweeteners like Splenda, Equal, Sweet and Low? Those types of artificial sweeteners, that have aspartame in them, will definitely increase your toxic load. Do you eat a lot of fast food, or do you eat out regularly at restaurants and make choices from the menu that are not beneficial to you? Do you drink coffee regularly? Do you drink alcohol regularly? Do you drink tap water? All of those things can affect what is known as your toxic load. So if you want to help reduce some of the stress that is placed on your body, especially in your liver is what has to process all of that toxic load that comes into your system and get it out of your body. It works like a filter almost. The kidneys will do the same thing. They work like filters, but they will filter out mostly excess fluid and excessive wasted in a fluid form out of your system. Of course, your small intestine is going to be used to get rid of junk that doesn't need to be in your body, but it absorbs and it takes all the nutrients from the foods that you eat and uses those nutrients as energy inside of your cells. And the large intestine absorbs mostly water, electrolytes, and it produces some immune support for you also. So most people usually hear that in order to lead a healthy lifestyle in regards to what you eat, you should, of course, decrease fat, watch your calories, and decrease carbs. Now, a carb-free diet was made very popular by the Atkins diet. There are a lot of flaws in the Atkins diet, but some of it is correct, and some of it is true, and some of it is very beneficial to you. But you still need to have a good protein source. So, with the purification, fresh vegetables and fresh fruit are always going to be staples to your diet. You should do twice as much vegetables as you should fruit. There's a 2-to-1 ratio. The protein that you should use should be lean meats such as fish or poultry, fish or turkey, chicken, things like that. Eat as much organic food as possible so that you can avoid those hormones that can cause you some potential problems. Now, I always instruct my patients to do a couple specific things when you're trying to change your energy levels. The first thing you should do is eat and start your day off with protein. So whether that is an egg, whether that is turkey bacon, turkey sausage, if you are a vegetarian or a vegan and you don't eat meat, then you could consider using tofu or soy products depending on if you have any hormonal problems, because soy is not good for everyone. So it's an option though to increase your protein. Lentils, beans, fish, nuts like almonds, walnuts, those are all good sources of protein, and you should start your day off with protein. Your cells use energy from different sources in different ways, and so the protein foods that I just mentioned give your cells a long-standing source of energy. It's almost like the different levels of gasoline that you can buy for your car. You've got the low grade, the mid grade, and the high grade. Protein, in regards to how beneficial it is for energy of your cell, is equal to high grade gasoline. So you want to start your day off with the highest grade energy source that you possibly can. And what it does is it will boost your energy levels and carry you longer throughout the day without a crash, such as if you were to choose the low grade source of protein in the form of, let's say, donuts, danishes. A lot of breakfast cereals have a lot of sugar. All of these things, come from sugar sources, and the sugar is a very, very low grade source of energy. It gives you a sugar spike in your bloodstream and in the cells, but then there's a crash immediately following. And then the mid grade would be, things like fruit. Fruit is also sugar, but it's a natural sugar, and it's a natural sweetener, but it has the same effect as if you were to eat some donuts. It's just in a different form. So protein is going to be the best thing for you first thing in the morning, and so that should be your first meal. And a couple hours later, you should then start to snack on your fruits and your vegetables and things that have sugar content to them, but are a little bit less beneficial in regards to trying to increase your energy, so to speak. And then in the middle of the day, when you have your lunch, you want to start to introduce fresh live foods like salads with some protein still incorporated. So maybe if you have some salad with cut up chicken or cut up fish, things like that, incorporated into the salad, then that's going to be very good for you. And then as the day goes on, and we're talking around dinner time, you want to have as much fresh live food as possible, and you want to have as minimal protein as possible. And the reason for that is because when you lie down and go to sleep at night, that is when your body wakes up to do most of its work. That's when it wakes up to do all of its repair process. That's when it's cleaning up most of the toxins. That's when it's getting rid of waste out of your system and things like that. Your body does the healing when you are doing absolutely nothing. That's when your healing cycle turns on and really kicks in. And so when it replaces all that junk out of your body, it has to replace it with something of high quality. So if you eat a fresh, full salad the night before you go to bed, or at night before you go to bed, then you are going to replace the waste in your cells with a high content of minerals and high content of vitamins. I'm feeling very hungry.